What's up everybody, Bandit here in a brand new vehicle, at least to me, and for the channel. So what we're sitting in right now is a little bit of a different truck. It's not a Tacoma, it's not even a Toyota for that matter, and that is because this is my new company vehicle. So with my new job, I did receive this truck because I am driving all over the place pretty much all the time, and so far we'll have, let's look at it, about 1,500 miles here on this truck in the last 3.5 weeks. So I've been doing a lot of traveling here, and I'm really getting used to the truck. So what is it? Well, it's a 2017 Chevrolet Duramax 2500. It is just a single cab, as you can probably see. It does have an 8-foot bed. It is just a 2-wheel drive, so just a basic work truck with that big turbo diesel. And so far so good. I've actually really been enjoying driving this truck. I thought that the single cab was going to be a little bit of a factor in getting used to, since I don't have nearly as much interior room as I'm used to, even compared to the extended cab, access cab that I have in my Tacoma. So overall it has been going really good. The fuel economy actually is a little bit of a surprise. I'll show you that here at the end of the video, but it's actually a lot better than I was expecting, and this thing has all kinds of power. We're talking about 450 horsepower and over 900 foot-pounds of torque, and that's really amazing. Now, it does seem to limit it in the first couple of gears, but when you really get it up and going, especially when you start pulling or hauling anything, I've done that a little bit so far. I'm sure we'll test that out a lot more to come. But the power is just endless here in this Duramax, and definitely a huge upgrade compared to the Tacoma. So this Duramax here is a pretty big departure from what we're used to here on the channel. You know, it's not a normal gas-powered internal combustion engine. It is a diesel, a turbo diesel at that. And you know, it is a much bigger truck, and it is a lot more to get used to. I actually had to learn how to put DEF in this thing. It's the first thing, the newest thing I've driven that wouldn't need any sort of that diesel exhaust fluid. So it has been a little bit of a learning curve. Let's get a little bit of acceleration here. Yeah, this thing really pulls, but it has been a lot of fun. I have put a lot of highway miles on it, and I'm sure there are many more here to come. But this opportunity kind of did present itself to me with this new job, and I want to share all of that with you all. So if you have any questions about what it's like to daily drive a diesel, what it's like to daily drive a heavy-duty pickup instead of a mid-size, there's all sorts of things that we can talk about here. Obviously this is a single cab, it is an 8-foot bed. It is kind of a more traditional truck than what a lot of newer trucks are becoming, with the 4 doors and short bed. So we'll talk about all of that. But if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave all of those in the comment section of the video, and we'll be sure to touch on all of that stuff. There will be a very in-depth review of this truck coming soon, but I want to give it a fair shot. I want to kind of get used to living with it, what it's like day in and day out, with maintenance and everything like that, and we will be sure to share all of that with you all. We will get to a quick MPG shot here in a second, but that pretty much wraps up everything that I've talked about for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody. We'll catch you next time. So this truck actually does have an exhaust brake, which is really cool. We'll show that in another video. And it also does have the air intake. It's a functional hood scoop up there, and it actually does give the engine the majority of the air it needs, which is actually really cool. But this truck does have around 90,000 miles on it. I'm not sure if you can see with the screen glare. Let me stop here real quick, and I'll give you a better shot of that. So you go, 90,000 miles here on this truck, a little bit over now. There's the trip A. I didn't have anything to do with that one, but trip B, this is how long I've had the truck. Just under 1,600 miles, and you can see my average fuel economy is actually 20.4. Now there's actually another screen down here. Here is my average fuel economy over the last 400 miles, excuse me, and you can see it's 22 miles to the gallon, and you can see the best is actually 22.2. That one again was not me, that was the previous driver of this truck, but overall that is a lot better than I would ever have thought of a big 3/4 ton Duramax diesel.